Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we are going to be previewing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Week 11 matchup versus the San Francisco 49ers. This is obviously a pretty important game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons both have a bye week this week. So if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win, it puts them in first place in the NFC South. As you guys can see, the game is at 4:05 p.m. I will be live with my game reactions live stream. Make sure you guys tune in, because it should hopefully be a pretty fun game. But yes, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to the West Coast to take on the very potent offense, just the very potent team in general, of the 49ers. So let's go ahead and take a look. Firstly, in the case of the last 5 matchups that these two teams have played, I think a lot of people remember back last year in December of 2022, it didn't go well. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost 35-7 in just an absolute rout. It's pretty much what happened in 2019 also. The score was 31-17. Before that, Tampa Bay won twice in 2018 and 2016, and San Francisco routed the Bucs yet again in 2013. San Francisco leads all time 19-7 in the series against the Bucs. So that obviously, in terms of historical reference, is not a great situation for the Bucs to be in. And the San Francisco 49ers have been a very, very good team this year, folks. In terms of the overall points scored per game, they're third. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 22nd in terms of the overall points allowed per game. This is where both teams have excelled. The 49ers are second. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 8th. So this could definitely be a defensive battle, so to speak, but you also got to remember the 49ers have a very good offense as well, but the Buccaneers do have a benefit of having a good defense in terms of not allowing points in a game. In terms of takeaway difference, both these teams are tied for third, so both teams are not turning the ball over and are getting a good amount of takeaways as well. That is also another point in the benefit of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then in terms of the overall offense, right, you see the biggest differences here. Right? In terms of passing offense, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers actually do a pretty decent job. They're 15th. The San Francisco 49ers are 9th. This is where you see a big difference. 31st in rushing yards per game for the Bucs versus 6th is where the 49ers are at. We've talked about it before, but I feel like this is another good blueprint of where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers want to be as in offense, right? Not even necessarily top 10 in both, like what the 49ers are, but top half or even middle of the league in terms of these two offensive statistics. That's where you see some very big offensive success. The Buccaneers, if they want to play more up to what their offensive potential can be, they've got to start getting closer to where the rushing yards per game are in terms of league average, not league worst. You look at defensive, right now as it stands, the San Francisco 49ers are 15th in defensive passing yards allowed per game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 31st. Not great. We've talked about the secondary struggles this year. We'll kind of dive more into the overall players in a moment to watch out for, but with D. Delaney coming in, that may help out some things in terms of the overall pass defense. We've seen some guys improve as of late as well in terms of the Tennessee Titans game, which was a good look for them. So definitely things can improve in terms of that number. We will just have to wait and see if they do. And then the Buccaneers, to the benefit here, you take a look. Yes, the San Francisco 49ers are 6th in rushing offense, but the Buccaneers are 6th in rushing defense. So is that going to neutralize what the 49ers like to do? They have Christian McCaffrey. I don't have to tell you guys how good Christian McCaffrey is, but the Buccaneers have posted a good run defense this year. Will this continue against McCaffrey? I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see if it does. You have Kalijah Kancey playing some really good football the past couple of weeks. Vita Vea has been doing Vita Vea things, so there is definitely a chance that they can limit the overall ability and efficiency of McCaffrey. If they are able to do that, will definitely give them a better chance of winning this football game. Now, I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up to take a look at the overall leaders of the team. You take a look at the top 3 guys for the 49ers. Brock Purdy, 2,329 passing yards, 15 touchdowns. He's played very efficient football this year, very similar to Baker Mayfield, who has posted 2,143 passing yards this year, 14 touchdowns. In terms of the receiving game, it's Brandon Ayuk coming in 675 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns on 38 receptions. Mike Evans, 737 receiving yards, and 6 receiving touchdowns. Both these teams have good offensive weapons around them. Christian McCaffrey, again, I don't have to tell you how good this guy is, but Rachaad White's been showing up the past couple of weeks as well. Now, I know the rushing yards obviously don't speak to a impact for White, but the receiving game has been very strong for him also, which I feel like is important to note. So, yes, while McCaffrey has been the better runner, that's obvious, I would argue that Rachaad White has been just as good of a receiving back this year in opportunities as what we've seen from Christian McCaffrey. And just to dive a little bit deeper into that, take a look at Christian McCaffrey's stats so far this year in terms of overall receiving stats. If we go over here, McCaffrey, 47 targets, 38 receptions, 339 receiving yards. You go down to Rachaad White, he has got 35 receptions, 326 receiving yards. So it's very comparable, right? 38 receptions to Rachaad White's 35, 326 yards from White to 339 for McCaffrey, 1 receiving touchdown to McCaffrey's 4. So, again, I don't think it's crazy to say that Rachaad White has been just as good of a receiving back this year as what we've seen from McCaffrey. Now, obviously, running the football, it's a little bit different, of course, and there's a lot of factors that go into that. The poor offensive line run blocking has been a major contributor to that, of course, but also Christian McCaffrey is doing Christian McCaffrey things this year. I mean, point blank, simple as that. The dude's been really good. Point being, though, is that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, yes, they don't match up well in some ways to what the San Francisco 49ers want to do, but in some ways they do, right? In terms of stopping McCaffrey, they have a good enough run defense to at least give themselves a chance in this matchup. Making Brock Purdy throw the football, making this offense uncomfortable is going to be the key, right? You got to get pressure, and that's going to be looking at guys like Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, guys like Shaq Barrett, guys like Kalijah Kancey, Vita Vea, all the different types of guys. We've seen some exotic fronts from the Bucs last week versus the 49ers. Hopefully that continues, because look, if you're able to contain Christian McCaffrey and force Brock Purdy to throw the football and get pressure on him, I know they have McCaffrey, I know they have George Kittle, I know they have Brandon Ayuk, I know they have Deebo Samuel. They've got a lot of good guys, but it all matters is if you can force the quarterback to make mistakes. All those good guys don't throw the football, right? That's up to Brock Purdy. And while Brock Purdy has done some very good things this year, again, I don't care what kind of quarterback it is. If you force the guy to make some mistakes, you can capitalize on that if you are able to do so. So it is going to be a definite uphill battle for the Bucs. I'm not going to shy away from that, right? I don't think that that's a crazy thing to say. But it is going to be an interesting matchup, I think. We'll see if the Buccaneers can prevail in this one. We'll see if they can rise to the occasion both offensively and especially defensively as well. The 49ers are a very, very good team, but I do think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a chance here if a lot of different types of things go their way and they are able to really maximize their overall potential both on defense and on offense. So, folks, we'll see. Should be a very fun game. 4:05 p.m., by the way, is the overall time for the game, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I will be live here on the channel as well. We'd love to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on this matchup as well. What do you think the final score is going to be of this game? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear them. And if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win this game, folks, they're going to be first place in the NFC South, which is huge. Also, if they win this game, holy crap, what a game to put you back on the map, right? You go up against the San Francisco 49ers, arguably one of the most talented teams in the entirety of the NFL. It would be huge. You beat them in their home territory, would be huge, would really redefine what this season could potentially be for them. So we're just going to have to wait and see, guys. Should be a good one. But let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions about this matchup down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Stay tuned for the live stream as always. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this preview. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Also, the day after on Monday, I will be doing something for Bleacher Report as well, so stay tuned for that. We'll be talking about all the different types of storylines and news coming out of this matchup with the 49ers, as well as just around the NFL as well. So, or around the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I guess I should say as well. So that should be a lot of fun also. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, folks, I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs. See you guys soon. See you tomorrow. Should be a fun matchup. But anyway, guys, again, thanks so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. See you in the next video, in the next live stream. Goodbye for now. See you soon. Go Bucs.